Hello and welcome to Lingfield News. I'm James Davison.
And I'm Lucy Simmons.
Today's lead story. Thousands flee from Russia, risking their lives in a bid for freedom.
And more from the horrific crash on the Smiler at Alton Towers.
A Lithuanian male has been arrested on suspicion of murder.
Today we'll be talking about the different sides of science and technology, ranging from cancer treatment to buildings that are a hazard to your health.
And we will hear from the new up-and-coming band, TPS.
Our sports team are going to talk about the FIFA corruption scandal with exclusive interviews. We go live to the scene of the devastating crash at Alton Towers. Rosie Downing reports.
Thank you, James and Lucy. I'm here outside Alton Towers reporting to you about the Smiler crash. The crash occurred on the 2nd of June. There were 4 victims that were seriously injured and 12 with minor injuries. Fortunately, there were no deaths. The park was closed while investigations took place. It reopened on Monday the 8th of June, but the Smiler remains closed. The ride cost $18 million to build and is well known for its faults. The ride was shut down and test runs had taken place before the members of the public were allowed back on the ride. It was the first ride that crashed, and 17-year-old Leah Washington, who was in the front row, has had her leg amputated. Miss Washington's father, David Washington from Barnsley, said Leah suffered a life-changing injury and now has many months of rehabilitation ahead of her. She also fractured her hand in the crash. Her boyfriend, Joe Pugh, sustained 2 broken knees and extensive hand injuries as well. 2 others who are also in the front row sustained serious leg injuries, while a 5th person is being treated for internal injuries. Merlin Entertainment manages Alton Towers and several other parks like it. Thorpe Park's ride Soar has been shut, as well as Chessington World of Adventure's Dragon's Fury and Rattlesnake, for safety reasons. Merlin's chief executive, Nick Varney, is here to talk to us. Over to you, Mr. Varney.
We are deeply saddened by the news about Leah, and all our thoughts are with her and her family. We cannot undo the events of last week, but everyone in the company and Alton Towers is determined to do all we can to provide appropriate support to those who are injured. All 16 victims will receive compensation for their injuries as a way of expressing our greatest apologies.
Louise Riley, a student, planned to visit Alton Towers with a group of friends, but she did not want to be guinea pigs on the first day since the accident. The park was said to be near empty, and Alton Towers lost $500,000 a day while the park was closed, and is likely to lose more profit as well as gain a bad reputation from the accident. This is Rosie Downing reporting live. Back to you in the studio.
We will now pass over to Kate, who will tell us about the killer, Sweeney Todd, re-emerging.
Thank you, Lucy and James. Hello, and I'm Kate Alcock, and I'm reporting the story of the modern-day Sweeney Todd.
We are the local butchers, and we've been hearing that this man in this picture, Roy Norris, has been taking people, cutting them up, putting them into pies and selling them to us.
It's pretty sad. I don't really want to sell human meat to anyone.
But all the customers are saying it's very juicy and tender.
Yeah, they didn't complain. They thought it was quite nice, so everyone's happy.
Yeah. Back to you in the studio.
And now, we have the hottest new up-and-coming band, TPS, who are exploding all over the world. Finley Edwards, our musical correspondent, reports.
Alright, thanks James. We're here with the new band TPS, and we're here to ask them a couple of questions from their Twitter feed that their fans want to know most about. Okay, start off, what is your album called?
Our new album is called Free Men Shredding.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Do you have any inspirations for getting this album to come out?
No. There are a lot of inspirations, There's all kinds of influences coming from around us that influence what we put in our music, but it's a subconscious kind of development, You don't always know where your influence is coming from, but they're there. They have to be there for you to create.
Thank you. How long have you known each other for?
No comment.
Okay, the highest rating question that all your fans want to know is which one of you is single?
I am single. No comment.
The second highest rating one is would you date a fan?
I would definitely date a fan.
If they was fit.
No comment.
Where do you see each other in 5 years?
Playboy Mansion.
No comment. On an island, surrounded by beautiful women in a massive house, like at the end of Ali G.
I am a creative genius. There's no other way to word it.
Thank you very much. Back to James.
We now go down to the sports team to talk about the FIFA corruption with some exclusive interviews.
Hello, we are down here in Zurich. We are joined with ex-FIFA official Chuck Blazer, who has been accused of taking a £250,000 bribe from South Africa. Chuck, is this true?
I admit to taking bribes in 2010 World Cup. Nothing further.
Now Chuck, tell me, why did you admit to taking these bribes?
I'm 70 now, and I don't want to leave the association in a bad state as it was when I was working there.
Chuck, how do you feel about reports regarding people taking bribes for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar?
I'm sure that many officials have taken bribes, but with regard to taking bribes for the forthcoming World Cups, all I can say is that I am not happy with where they're going to take place.
Would you class yourself as a criminal after committing these crimes?
I refuse to comment on this. I'm a man who did what he had to do.
Thank you for your time. Now back to the studio for Charlie and Will.
Hello, and welcome to the debate about the upcoming Ashes, the series for both men and women. We'll be asking questions if both teams can win the prestigious urn. Skipper Alistair Cook has come under great form against the likes of the West Indies and the Black Caps. This will be crucial as we lost cheap wickets. Now over to James Price, who's with Alistair Cook.
Thanks, Sachin. I'm here with Alistair Cook, the leading test scorer in England. So, how does it feel that you've got this tremendous score? And how do you feel about these Australian opening bowlers?
Thank you, James. It's an absolute privilege to become England's leading run scorer in tests. It's really thanks to my batting coach Graham Gooch that I've managed to emulate all the fantastic players in the past. And also obviously my wonderful teammates have helped me achieve this, and we had a good celebration after. As for the opening bowlers of Australia, well, I've got a new opening partnership with Adam Lite, which hopefully will go well. Obviously in Australia we got skittled over too easily. We were 100 for 4 in almost every game, so we're going to have to stop that because Johnson and Stark are wonderful bowlers, both left arm, they swing the ball a lot, so we're just going to have to see them out and hopefully our lower order can do the explosive stuff.
So, do you have any specific plans for the Australian batsmen?
Well, yeah, we always have plans for every batsman we face, but Jimmy and Broady, that's two of the best bowlers in the world, and they can bowl out any opposition on their day. So the English conditions are with them, there's lots of swing, lots of seam movement, and the fans support us. I'm sure we can skittle Australia out for a low score.
Thanks, Alistair. Back to you, Sachin.
Thanks, James. It promises to be a great summer of cricket ahead.
Hi, I'm Ollie Knott with the latest weather update. Today we talk about summer, as a warm Mediterranean breeze is moving upwards from the south. And at the same time, a high pressure front is coming in from the Atlantic. Unluckily, in the high areas of Scotland, there is torrential rain, which may be hazardous to flooding. So I get down to the beach. You're so lucky if you're in southeast England. So I get down to the beaches today. That is all.
Hello, and welcome to the Wrestling Report with me, Tom Black. Today's focus is the upcoming pay-per-view on Sunday. As the WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view nears ever closer, airing at 1 AM this Sunday on Sky Box Office, the Money in the Bank ladder match is the most star-studded it's ever been, and will no doubt entertain. Currently booked for the match are Neville, Kofi Kingston, Sheamus, Kane, Dolph Ziggler, Roman Reigns and Randy Orton, although there may be further inclusions on tonight's SmackDown. After losing out on the world title to a Seth Rollins cash-in at WrestleMania, Reigns is many people's tip to grab the briefcase and secure revenge of his own. However, here in England, Newcastle-born Neville will be a fan favourite, and after showcasing his high-flying ability since his addition to the main roster, the man who gravity forgot seems ready for the big time. There is no question that competition will be fierce in this year's Money in the Bank, with former world champions Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton and Kane all involved. As always, we will be keeping you updated on Twitter and Facebook, and I will now pass you over to Emily Lyons, who will be covering Kevin Owens versus John Cena. Thank you, Emily. I'm sure that should prove an enticing encounter. This was planned to be the end of today's broadcast, but I'm now hearing that our chief correspondent Ben Soden has found World Championship challenger Dean Ambrose at Gatwick Airport.
Thank you, Tom. I am here with the legendary Dean Ambrose, just coming off the plane at Gatwick Airport. But firstly, Dean, how are you feeling coming into this matchup, coming in with a successful year with a 20-match unbeaten run?
It feels great to have an unbeaten run. Every wrestler wants to have a run where they're not beaten for a long time. And on Sunday, at Money in the Bank, I'm going to beat Seth Rollins and continue that unbeaten run.
As you were talking about Seth Rollins, I was just wondering, what are you going to do differently to beat Seth Rollins? Because he's a formidable teammate of yours.
Well, hopefully, this time the authority aren't going to interfere on Seth Rollins' behalf. And I'm going to use every single move that I have to defeat Rollins.
And final question, I'm just wondering, why are you here in the southern of England when your match up against Seth Rollins on Sunday is in Ohio, home state?
Well, Money in Bank's not till Sunday, as you said. And I thought I'd take a trip over here for a little while.
Thank you, Dean. And I'm just going to pass it back to Tom in the studio. Thank you.